Hello, this is Everett Pierce, and this is part 5 of Pyramid of Numbers of my E equals MC square. And we're going to focus, this is kind of like a continuation of a summary. Now, what I've taught in part 1, 2, and 3 is just basic information. And if you haven't made your donation of $100 to learn how to set up your pyramid, your date pyramid of numbers, here's my social accounts. You'll go to paypal.me/Everett Pierce, make your $100 donation, and I have over 13 videos there. I'm increasing it, just so we're pretty thorough about explaining this, the date baseline of 15 digits. You'll go to my phone number, you'll text me on my phone number and let me know you've made your donation, and then we'll send you a link and add you to our server. Okay, so a lot of people think that they can do it on their own. Now, when you're linked, essentially I am of the Trinity. In terms of religion, Trinity. Now, I see Trinity more than just a religion. I see Trinity as a way of life. It's a way of energy. Okay, so when you make a donation, you're linking yourself, you're linking me, and you're linking God. And no matter what lifetime, whether it be my life is Everett, my life is Lincoln, my life is Albert Einstein, my life is Jesus, I always leave certain things behind that's still in our society, that's still in our world, per se. So when you're learning, when you're doing your numbers, basically you're creating a book. Now this is just a basic understanding of doing a pyramid of numbers with 15 digits. So it's kind of like a book of life in that sense. Now once you have your numbers, your next stage is being able to know your position, timing, and placement, and to be able to read it. So think of it as like a language. Number is another form of a language. It's God's original language, universal language. And people don't know this particular language. Now, when I was explaining in one of my videos, is you have a number here, number here, and number here. There's 3 numbers. So in terms of probability, it's 1,001 odds. And then you have a number here. So now that makes it 10,001 odds. And then you have a bottom. Is it positive polarity, negative polarity? So in totality, you're going to have to learn 10,001 different ways to read the top and the bottom. And you say, wow, that 20,000, that's a lot. It really isn't. Over time, you'll just put it in your memory. Just think of when you were a little kid trying to learn the alphabet. It was kind of cumbersome at first, and then it came easy. And it's like putting words together, putting sentences together, putting paragraphs together. So one thing I've learned, it takes time, it takes dedication, and it's something you have to keep working at. And because we have reincarnation and discovery, that's why you always want to discover yourself, of who you are, what you can do. And that way in your next life that you can actually pick up where you left off, because it will stay with you. So you want to link with, why, a lot of people want to do it on their own. And it's, the only thing I can say is you can, but it only take you so far. So there's enough of my energy around. God's everywhere. God knows everything about us. Sometimes even before we even think it. So when you start doing this pyramid of numbers and you're trying to understand the numbers and sequence of numbers, things that's happening around you, from people to your job to the universe to the planet, is when you're synced up in that Trinity and you're paying attention, God knows everywhere. I can't be around you every second of the day, but God does. And God is. So God can teach you little segments, little pieces at a time, like little breadcrumbs. And then as you're evolving, as you're learning, and you'll look back a year from now and you'll say, wow, boy, I've learned a lot. And I understand it a lot better. It's Mandarin. I use that as like a parable. It's before it was just symbols. Now I'm starting to understand the symbols. I'm understand how to read it. So that's what you got to look forward to, is you have to link up in a Trinity format. It means it involves you. Oh, zoom in. You, Everett, and God. And between the three of us, you're gonna learn things that you didn't think it was even possible, or you're gonna see things from a different perspective, and things are gonna make more logical sense, scientific sense, and the element, the word random, will slowly fade out of your thinking. Random, it's like random's there only because it has to exist. And then once you start making sense of things, you can say, well, that's not random. That's not random. That's not random. That's a form of advancing yourself in your evolution. So there's only one of me, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here. God's always everywhere. So you always got God. So if I'm not here, that means I'm on the seventh heaven. So that's why I leave little pieces to the puzzle behind. I'm not trying to hand you the fish, but I'm trying to teach you how to be a fisherman. So as you evolve in your evolution, you'll learn more things, and things, instead of it looking Greek to you, it'll start making sense to you in the rhyme and reason of it. So in this part 5 of this I have to emphasize this, is a lot of people think they can do it on their own. And all I can say, I try to do it on my own. I've been there, done that. So there's a lot of things that I've done. I've already been there. And I know even when I did it on my own without God, I can only take it so far this way, so far this way. Understand this much and understand that much. And it all comes down, see, you and I are basic at the term evolution, is energy in a particular state of being. God being the highest level of evolution, and God, of course, God has an opposite, the devil. Okay, God has an apprentice, that's me. The devil has an apprentice, and that's Lucifer. And a lot of people get Lucifer and the devil mixed up. Lucifer is about life. I'm about life. God's about life. But the devil's about extinction, evil, destruction. So you want to link up with me, God, and you in your effort. And every single day, since you made your donation, you took that leap of faith forward, is now you're on a journey of benefits and learning. Doesn't say tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire. Is every day there's going to be something different about you that you've learned, you better understand. So there's a multitude of benefits. I can only explain to you the benefits that I have experienced. Like this accident that I was in almost a year ago. Is this ADOT worker ran the red light at 65 miles an hour. T-boned me. The police lied on the police report. The judge was just as crooked. I should be dead, but I'm not. Through God's grace and divine intervention, I am here.